us for things like footway violations. What is your stance on this law? Whose responsibility should it be?
Could you clarify what is that?
Yeah, footway violations. Who can?
Your sidewalks, you're responsible for that.
Oh, are you talking about cracks in the sidewalk, weeds in the sidewalk, all of that sort of business?
Yeah.
Okay, so even though the city owns the sidewalk, why is the homeowner then fined for the sidewalk?
Yes.
I have that right? Okay, yes. All right, footway violations like weeds and cracks and things like that, because the sidewalk belongs to the city, why is the homeowner fined?
Well, because the law's been that way for about 50 years, and I think it should be that way, in the sense that each person is responsible for the property from the front of their wall to their gutter. It's not too much to ask people to pull the weeds out of the sidewalk in front of their house. It's not too much to ask people to sweep in front of their gutter. You know, it's been said and it's been written, if everyone swept in front of their own house, the whole world would be clean. I mean, this is not asking too much of people. If you don't clean the weeds up in front of your own house, you deserve to get a ticket. You deserve to get a fine. I mean, it's that simple.
Can I clarify? It's not so much that kind of stuff as it is paying $800 or $1,000 to have it all replaced. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, all right. Sidewalk, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. Sidewalk replacement. Homeowners are assessed to replace the sidewalk when actually it belongs in the city.
I don't think it's fair in some cases, because in some cases the city should see that it's replaced. In other places you're going to pay for it anyhow, because at the end of the day, if it's paid for by the city, it's paid for out of the Department of Public Works budget or out of the budget of the Department of Transportation. So at the end of the day, one way or another, the citizens, or you as a citizen, are paying for it. If it's done because of uprooting a tree or something like where the tree root pushes it up, then the city should take care of that. But in other circumstances, we look at each circumstance individually. Some the city should pay for, others, in one way or another, we're all going to end up paying it, and we've all been in that position.
Yeah, I'm going to have to actually disagree with that. I don't think it is appropriate to fine a homeowner for broken sidewalks. I think that is the city's commitment to create safe streets that people can walk down as a thoroughway in a public area where people are going to walk down the street. So I disagree. So I guess first weekend I'll get rid of that law because it's wrong. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. You know, it's important to keep your street and your community clean, and I think that we all agree that. I don't think that any person in this room, because clearly, no matter who you support or if you don't know who you support or whatever the case may be, I know that every single person in this room cares about their city and cares about their community. So really there's no losers in this room. Every single person's a winner, except the person that gets a $1,000 fine for a broken sidewalk.
Yes, I would agree with that too. I think what we again have to look at is if what's the cause of the sidewalk problem. Again, that's a neighborhood issue. We've been very effective at maintaining a core of people who will work together and monitor those kinds of things. I don't think a $1,000 fine is equivalent to paying your required tax. I think that's quite a penalty, and don't think that's good law.
Okay.